That was ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. Did you see his TikTok that he made? So caught off guard. So caught off guard. It's funny though.
About your time with the Pacers and your growth there and just the player helped you become?
Honestly, met a whole bunch of guys that I feel like I'm gonna be friends with for forever. It's genuine relationships, and I think that goes a long way. Especially being over there and trying to figure out my role and stuff. I had those guys to count on, to lean on, talk to, and grow in that aspect. So it was great. Love those guys, love the organization. Chad and KP are guys that I feel like I could talk to whenever. Especially Chad, being a guy that really helped me out coming out of the G League when I was with the Mad Ants in the G League bubble. Those are guys that I always respect and always thank for me being here for sure.
They were, when you were there last year, they were able to push the Celtics, play them tough a couple times last year.
Yeah.
What were they able to do then to really challenge the Celtics, and how are you kind of preparing for them now?
Yeah, I mean, Indiana, they play really fast. Tyrese really leading the charge with that. Those guys like to get out and run. And they could get teams, really playing like that because you want to keep up, you want to score with them, you want to do all those little things that they do, just moving really fast. So, again, last year we were able to get games like that playing the Celtics, just moving really fast. So now we know that, we feel like we have a good game plan going into today, and just got to go execute.
Something you're really good at is switching on to fives and then keeping them off the glass. What's the key to doing that with someone like Miles Turner?
It's going to be funny playing these guys, but it's tough. Miles is a tall dude, and he's very active as well, really good with his feet. I think that's one thing that separates him from a lot of bigs out there. So it's going to be a team effort, not just me. Everyone's going to have to come in and help. And I think, again, I feel like we have a great game plan for that, especially, crashing and getting out in transition.
Oshae, you said you could talk to their front office about anything. How did the conversations go this summer, and what made you want to come across?
It was more of like a mutual respect, talking to Chad. He understood, where I am right now in my career and what I need, to kind of go forward. And, we talked on the phone a couple times, and, he felt like, and myself felt like it was, time for a change, and felt like I need to be here with the team, that's really going in that championship direction. Not to say they aren't, obviously they're looking for that, but, right now they're building up, and, they drafted a couple of young guys, so that's what they're working to do. So it's nothing but love, with the Pacers, and like I said, I always respect them and always, thank them for me being here.
When you see Aaron grow once he arrived there, it looks like he got stronger.
Yeah.
It looks like he just kind of found himself up there.
Yeah, I mean, his confidence is up there, and I think that's what it is. I honestly didn't see him much when he was here, but seeing the player that he's become now, I'm super happy for him. I know that guy works his tail off. Is always in the gym, and seeing him get paid, I texted him immediately, just shouting him out because I know he's worked hard to get where he's at now. So it's great. It's great to see. I love seeing guys like that get paid, that put the work in. And I know he would feel the same for me when it's my turn. But to see where he is now, I'm happy for him, proud of him, for sure.
Aaron, when he was here, he didn't really get opportunity. It's hard when you're a guy drafted to a good team. When he got to Indiana, how did you did you talk about how he kind of had more just freedom to kind of play how he wanted to play?
Yeah, I think that's really what it was. Freedom over there. Again, like I said, we were trying to grow a lot of the guys. So a lot of guys had chances to go out there and show what they could do. And he hit the ground running. Training camp he played really well, I remember. And then the first couple of games he got in there and showed he could defend, rebound, score when we needed him to. And now he's the player that he is now. So again, I think it was a confidence thing. Carlisle really trusts him, and once you have that in your coach, you're able to excel.
I know the fourth quarter probably didn't go the way you guys off the bench wanted it to against Washington. What are you guys still trying to work through as bench unit to help support the starters?
Yeah, figuring out the role, especially in those situations, is kind of tough. But again, knowing your role playing with the starters is, I feel like, almost easier. Where it is when you come in the fourth quarter and you have to do it kind of us five, But again, that's something that we just scratched. We watched film yesterday, really learned from it, and I feel like everyone has the right mindset to be better, whenever that happens next.
What's it like playing for Joe compared to playing with Rick for the last few years?
Both great basketball minds. Honestly, different, obviously, age and experience, whatever. But I feel like learning from them is two different sides, but also very beneficial for me, especially. I feel like Joe's a guy that I could really, talk to and compare and sit down and have a good conversation with, because he's kind of seen, my position of guys in this type of organization. And I feel like from the summer, he's laid out how he wants me to play and how he wants me to be. And that goes a long way, for sure. And, Carlisle's the type of guy who really leads by, I don't want to say example because he's not playing, but, his past experiences and guys that he's seen come through in his tenure over in Dallas. So it's two different sides of learning and teaching, but I feel like both very beneficial.
What makes Tyrese special?
Man, a lot of things, when he got to Indiana, he immediately turned the organization around, just by his personality outside of basketball. Everyone knows he's always smiling, a bubbly dude. So when he gets on the court and he attracts that with the teammates, everyone's able to trust him, and he leads the charge really well. And you could obviously see it now from last year, but even now, he's a leader of the team. He's going to be a leader of the team for a long time. So I think that, obviously his skill and everything, but the way that he's able to bring guys together and be a leader makes it very special.
Thank you.
Thanks, Oshae.
Thanks, Evan.
Yep.